Dejan's citation mining analysis puts OpenAI's Reddit rejection rate at 99.39%. And that makes Reddit the single most rejected domain across its entire 6-month dataset. The way it breaks down is that OpenAI's models retrieved Reddit as a candidate source 491,000 times and then cited only 3,000 of those pages. Reddit actually clears Wikipedia's 94% rejection rate in the same table, though Arxiv sits right behind it at 99.23%. So Reddit tops the list without running away from the field. Now, on the Anthropic side, Claude cited Reddit exactly 0 times across 139,000 grounding sources that Dejan sampled between May and July 2026. And those two numbers look like the same finding, but they're not. OpenAI sees Reddit constantly and rejects almost all of it. So that's an active filter running on nearly 500,000 candidates. Claude is doing something different where Reddit mostly never reaches its candidate pool at all. So the 0 there comes from absence rather than from rejection. When it comes to Google, the picture shifts again. Google cites Reddit in roughly 2% of its 697,000 cited sources, second only to YouTube, which is Google's normal citation behavior for any domain. And Dejan's own comparison table is the artifact I would actually go and look at directly because Reddit's 99.39% OpenAI rejection rate sits right at the top of it. Wikipedia trails at 94, and Arxiv sits at 99.23. So almost level with Reddit rather than far behind it. Google is the one engine in that table keeping Reddit anywhere close to a normal rate. As far as Google's own rejection rate goes, Dejan cannot measure it directly because Google only ever publishes what it cites and never what it discards. So the workaround borrows OpenAI as a control, since OpenAI exposes both sides of the ratio and then applies that same logic to a separate sample of 3,450 searches. What comes out is an extrapolated range rather than a measured figure, and it puts Google's Reddit selection rate somewhere between roughly 9 and 60% against OpenAI's directly measured 0.61%. Even at the low end of that range, Google is running about 14 times more permissive toward Reddit. Dejan puts the contrast in one line, which is that OpenAI is handed Reddit constantly and rejects almost all of it, while Google is handed Reddit less often and keeps it close to its normal rate. It's called the underlying pattern citation-as-ranking-proxy, and what that means is an engine's AI citations mostly reflect how that engine's own search index already ranks as a domain rather than some AI specific taste for it. So Reddit's advantage inside Google traces back to Reddit's organic ranking, plus a reported licensing relationship, and neither one of those is evidence that Google's models just prefer Reddit. In terms of what you actually do with this, 3 moves fall out. Check which AI engine is driving your citations and your traffic before you allocate any effort at all. If ChatGPT or Claude dominate your referral logs, then Reddit-focused UGC work mostly just gets filtered out or never retrieved in the first place. And if Google's AI overviews or AI mode matter more to you, then you're back to classic organic SEO. The honest summary here is that Reddit's AI presence is a downstream artifact of its Google organic ranking. Chase the organic ranking, and the AI citation that are actually reachable will follow on whichever engines make them reachable. Citation as ranking proxy means the real fix is organic ranking rather than Reddit specific playbooks. The full analysis, the sources, and Dejan's comparison tables are all on my website, and I would genuinely like to know which AI engine your own traffic already leans on and whether you've checked if Reddit or any UGC domain actually ranks there in that engine's own search index. Catch you all for the next video.